Hallo, der Blind Spectator für euch am Mikrofon und willkommen zurück zu einem neuen React. Wir sind hier wieder auf dem Kanal von Let's Game It Out und er hat ein neues Video gemacht zum Spiel Hydroneer, nämlich er hat so viele Atombomben in die Luft gejagt, dass es fast die Realität in Hydroneer beendet hat. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was wir uns darunter vorstellen müssen, aber hey.
We're playing some Hydroneer today, a game where you can create big machines, create even bigger
Da nenne
messes,
ich mich,
build
ja.
money bins full of riches, blow up houses with dynamite, and do just a little bit of fishing. The game recently added something new that I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with, but before we get into that, today's video is sponsored by Techland and their upcoming game Dying Light 2, which is coming out on December 7th for PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Dying Light 2 was recently re-revealed off dev interviews. For example, world again that you can mess with.
Geil, which
games get started. I always wanted to play.
toll,
Then buckle
gut,
5%
super, ja,
and Dying Light 2,
nice.
the link in the description. Techland, thanks again for sponsoring, and I'll see you on December 7th.
Techland hat
so
mich
here we
nicht
are in the wild
gesponsert,
world
das
of
ist das Problem.
Hydroneer, where our journey begins over here with our big, beautiful truck. This is what's gonna take us all the way to our first area. Buckle up, everybody. It's gonna be a long journey. And we're here. Welcome to Ember Cradle, where you've got some dirt, you got some tools, and a whole lot of water. Now, all these things separately is a whole lot of nothing. But if you take this here shovel, take some of one, put it in the other, and then use this thing to get some of this, and then you combine all this stuff, and then brush it down. Oh my god. Congratulations! It's a beautiful baby gold nugget. Oh, and there's more where that came
Wenn's
from,
im echten
too.
Leben so
Because
einfach
don't
wäre,
worry,
ne?
we don't want you to be an only child, and before you know it, we're just overrun with pride and joy. So what are we gonna do now? Oh, just the thing that any proud parent would do. Sell your children at the jeweler, of course. How much for all my infants? I mean, nuggets. Ah, 91 whole coins. What a fair price. And now that we've got some newfound coin, we're gonna go spend it at tools and equipment. Think of this as like medieval Home Depot, except crappier and with even fewer employees. But the important part is they have all the things we need, like mining helmets, safety first, wood foundations to make everything nice and orderly, and light posts so we can see at night. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're here for only one thing, the fishing pole. So one great easy way to make starter cash in this game is to do a little fishing. You just cast your line, and voila, something dies for capitalism. So let's see how much we can sell this for at the jewelers, cause that makes sense. Ah, 6 coins. I'm rich. Now I know that wasn't very much, and it seems like doing something like digging was easy and more profitable, and that's not true. But allow us to take a joyride and I'll show you what the plan is. Welcome to Bridgeport, the historic mining town with a little something for everyone. Were you looking to buy a fancy new ride? Well, they've got that. Were you looking for fancy furniture? Well, they've got that too. And were you looking to up your conveyor belt game? Then look no further than Conveyor Nation. But right now, we're not interested in any of those places. We're interested in this one right here. Power and logic. Behold, Hobson's Power Works, your one-stop shop for all kinds of stuff we probably don't care about. And while all of these wires and things seem pretty cool, we're actually only here for one thing. Actually, I take that back. We're here for 2 things. That's right, they added a mini nuke to the game, and only for a whopping 26,000 coins. That's a lot of fish, but that's where these come in. For a whopping...
Warte, was? May cause extreme annihilation and loss of life.
Coins. That's a lot of fish, but that's where these come in. At their much more affordable price of $360, we're going to be using them to make a little more cash. You see, in my last playthrough, we learned something. With fishing, we can make some money, and the place where the dynamite fits into this is there's an infinite money glitch. But first, we need to be able to buy the dynamite. So give me a second first to make a little money. Okay, this should do it. Yep, that's what I like to see. You hear that sound? That's the sound of money being made. So how much money do we get? Ah, 730. A lovely sum. All right, let's go get us some supplies. So as mentioned, to do this money glitch, we need to have some dynamite. Now, we're only gonna need one for now. We're also gonna need something to set off the dynamite, like this logic button. Only 444, a paltry sum against our 730. And don't forget, you wanna be really careful when you're driving with dynamite. It is a fragile substance after all. Okay, let's go get our dynamite set up. First, the big thingy, which we're just gonna firmly smash into the ground. And then for the logic unit, we're just gonna place it right up against it. Yes, it's perfect. And will definitely allow us to set it off from a safe distance, also known as in front of our face. But before we blow that up, we need some new fish friends, some very specific kind. Why, there's one right now. Don't ask me why it works this way, but we're looking for specifically red and blue fish. And I want to get about 10 of those, which is going to become clear momentarily. There we go.
Ah, das ist das, was er beim letzten Mal quasi gemacht hat, ne?
Now, just as a reminder, if we were to sell these fish normally, we would get 70 coins for them. Or we could do something far more exciting, which is sacrifice them to an explosion. Yeah, that's the spirit. So now that we've got our fish here, it's time to blow them up. Now, I must warn you, this is probably going to be unpleasant, because you're not supposed to light dynamite in your face, so you might want to cover your ears and possibly your eyes. Okay, that wasn't too bad. You, me, and a beautiful crater. And what might these cubes be? Well, this big one we can move out of the way, because this is what's left behind from our detonator piece. But these other 10 little cubes here, these are what's left of the fish. Random scrap metal can be smelted into a scrap bar. Or we could sell them straight up to the jeweler, which is what we're gonna do right now. Let's go, little cubes. Come with me if you want to live. Okay, so here's the thing. If you look at the total, it says they sell for no coins. But that would be a lie. Those 10 little fish cubes actually sell for 1 cent a piece, so we just sold them for 10 cents. Here's the kicker. They're still here, so I can just keep selling them over and over and over again. And then if you sell enough of them, oh my days, 1 whole solid coin. So all we need to do is hit this thing over and over and over again until we have enough for... Okay. 26,000 and a little bit extra. And now anytime we need money, we can just do this painful process again. Let's go get us a nuke, shall we? You know what? Let's take this thing with us too. I wanted to test something when we get there, and it's going to require this cart. So we have the money to buy the nuke, but it just wouldn't feel right to buy it without trying to steal first. So I had the curiosity if we can use this cart to steal one. Just so you know, here's what happens when you try to walk off with it. If you didn't pay for it, it just disappears. Now, on previous playthroughs, I figured out various shoplifting methods, one of which was drop it off right at the edge, step on the other side of the boundary, and then pick it up. But that doesn't work anymore. It won't let you do that. And another method you can use is if you pick up one of these pallets. Pallets are great because they let you carry multiple things, and pretty much once something is part of the pallet, it's really part of the pallet. But seeing as how I still didn't pay for the pallet, I can't go to the other side and pick it up. So I was curious if I could take this thing and just put it on the cart that I do own. You never know what's gonna work. You gotta try stuff, right? Okay, so pull the cart behind me, walk this thing to the edge, place it down. Where the hell did it go? Where'd my cart go? Wait a minute. Are you seeing this? I think I can safely say that the cart has somehow made it through the boundary. Well, this isn't what I was expecting. I guess that's technically shoplifting, although I don't think I'll be using these items anytime soon. So the downside is I lost my cart. Well, cash, looks like you're gonna be used for something else. It's time to head over to the place where we can buy more carts. Ugh, 740 coins. Agile cart. Fast cart. I don't need all this. Oh, here we go. Crappy, janky wooden cart. Only 350. Now we're talking. Come on, cart. We got some experimenting to do. So wait, if I just pick up one of these, put it on the ground, take a nuke, put it on the pallet, take the pallet, put it on the cart, drag the cart behind me, and then let it go. Oh my god, it's a Christmas miracle. Oh boy, we're gonna need more carts for this. Okay, so I've got 3 carts here. We're gonna take 3 of these pallets, and just for the sake of the experiment, we're gonna put a different item on each. So we've got a $15 cork, an $84 logic cable, and this $670 intake pipe. I like this one because it's tall. So let's see if overall size matters and what goes on the cart. Okay, starting with the one with the cork. Let's see what happens. Well, it looks like that launched. Test number 2. Looks like that one's also gone. And now for
ich wünschte, bei Kirby Space Program wären meine Sachen so erfolgreich.
Appears to be working. There's carts flying all over the place now. Hey, Mini Nuke, would you mind waiting a quick second? I think we need to experiment with something else real quick. First things first, we need to buy a plot of land and try to ignore all the crap flying at us in the sky. For sale, the very beautiful South Hope. This'll do nicely. For only 6,600, I'll take it. Now that we own a sizable plot of land, it's time for stage 2. A little something I like to call shopping. Let's see. What do I want? Maybe these concrete floors. Gonna need a lot of these pallets. And we're gonna buy a bunch of... carry on, I guess. And we're gonna buy a bunch of miscellaneous things. So hang on a quick second. I'm gonna set up our new playing field.
Es klingt schon wieder insane.
In position and okay. Feeling pretty good about that placement, as well as that one, and all of those, and all of these. I don't know how many are here, but I do know it's a lot. Now the only thing left to do is load up all these pallets with all this miscellaneous crap over here. And there you have it. Row after row after row. You know what this actually kind of looks like? Is that one game I played. Winkle to Little Shop, that one. Kind of has that same vibe of putting crap on tables, right? Oh, how much things change yet stay the same. Let's start with just one row and see how this goes. Here goes nothing. 1.
Wie der solche Sachen auch immer findet, ey.
2. 3. Oh, that one's having a little bit of trouble. Hey, don't let your big brothers intimidate you with their Mach 5 speeds. If you feel comfortable in that tree, just go ahead and stay in that tree. And another, and another. Come on, bookcase thing, you got this. Listen, I believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. There you go. Oh, yep, there you go. First flight, you got this. See, what did I tell you? It's not so bad, right? I bet you didn't think you'd be watching a cart make out with a tree today, did you? Dum-de-dum.
Ja,
Business
dachte ich
as
eigentlich nicht, ne? Das
usual. Well,
stimmt.
that's one row down. The skies are certainly a little bit more busy than they were, but by no means full. So I guess we have no choice but to proceed with row 2. I don't know if it's particularly clear, by the way, but the more we launch these things, the more heinous the
FPS.
frame rate is getting. And we like that, don't we? Oh dear, that cart took another cart with it. Well, I'm sure they're very happy together. Okay, that's a second row launch. Things are just looking super out there, aren't they? You know, it does look like it's getting late, though. Let's take a quick power nap. Ah, nothing quite like sleeping under the stars and watching possessed carts fly over your head. Rise and shine, sleepyhead. We got some carts to launch. Oh, this one got misaligned. I just gotta put it back on and... You know, never mind. I guess that one's, we'll just let that one go. You know, I couldn't help but notice a lot of weird stuff is happening. Another cart just got abducted. Did you see that? Well, that's cool. I guess you're just doing the work for me. Like, really, let's just take a load off. We'll just kick back and let the carts pick themselves up for a while. I haven't even launched everything yet, but I think we have a pretty good idea of how this is going. And I like to call it ode to 2 frames per second. No matter where you look, there's a cart flying in the air. And if ever you get lost, you need only look to this rotating star made of trash, and it'll always guide your way. The frame rates aren't just terrible there, by the way. This is absolutely a worldwide phenomenon. No matter where you go, it's raining carts. Hallelujah. Well, you know, now is as good a time as any, I bet. Maybe we can clear up some of this air traffic with a little baby nuke. Yeah, this seems like a smart idea, right? Okay, fingers crossed. We're gonna set this and run. Or are we? What? My computer didn't like that. You don't say. Well, the good news is the frame rate's back. I'm not sure at what cost, though. Since I had to restart the game, everything that was flying around is now just frozen in space. I guess we turned these once busy skies into a sky crypt. You know where I think we went wrong? We should have built like a little boundary. That way they can't just fly all over the place like this. So let's set some boundaries this time. Yeah, kind of like that. This time around, we're gonna put only carts with bombs on it, because that seems like a safe idea. You know, something like this. Like the world's most uncomfortable hands-on museum. And set these things off in an environment that they can't escape. Let's start by launching just one and seeing what happens. Oh, they're confined all right, and apparently really anxious to get out. Oh, looks like it managed to escape. Be free, little cart. Okay, so let's try that again. This time there's 16, and we're gonna launch them all at once. Huh, huh, huh. Ha, 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 ha. Well, they seem pretty contained this time. What do you think? Should we add some more? I don't see why not. Oh, that crashed the game. I guess it didn't like all those hard collisions. Okay, so we're gonna do that one again, but this time we're gonna add a little something. Once we set all these things loose, there's still gonna be this guy, which is connected by a wire that leads all the way out here to this detonator. And fingers crossed something cool will happen. As expected, everything is confined and trying to escape, and the mini nuke is still in the middle. Quickly, before the game crashes. Those flying nukes are really durable, aren't they? Okay, well now I'm curious. If nukes won't explode when they're attached to pallets, can you create a chain reaction at all? Only one way to find out. Okay, now we have a nice long row of nukes. The only one connected is at the very end here, which just like the last time goes to a detonator that we control. So let's see if we can do a nuke chain reaction, shall we?
Geht.
Wow, would you look at that? It's almost like a nuclear wave. Now that it's made a nice sizable pit, I think I know the next thing we need to test, which is what happens when we fill this canal full of literally thousands of nukes.
Wie hat die ganzen Nukes schon wieder geholt?
Well, I heard one explosion and then the whole game froze. Oh, no, there's a couple more. Well, so far so good. The game is completely frozen. We're just gonna wait this out and see what happens. Yes, this is the sound you like to hear, right? Oh, here we go, finally. Ah, there it goes. That's neat, just preparing for nuclear winter, I see. Ah, a second volley. I didn't realize that's how nukes worked. Oh, and another. Wow, science is crazy. So I guess this is our reality now. Stuck in a perpetual loop of half-finishing explosions. So we're gonna cap it here so we can sit back in this mushroom cloud and contemplate some existential dread. I want to thank Techland again for sponsoring this video. Dying Light 2 comes out on December 7th, and you can pre-order the game right now using my link below. And to catch up on all the fun,
Hat er wieder mal nice gemacht. Aber es ist nicht ganz so eskaliert am Ende wie sonst. Schade drum. Naja, das war auf jeden Fall eine weitere Folge Let's Game It Out. Guckt natürlich auf den Kanal von Let's Game It Out vorbei. Und wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal wieder. Bis dahin, haut rein.